Shalom, shalom. It's your brother Kawak again. Coming after this cold week. So we didn't have camp last weekend, this past weekend, because I was sicker than a motherfucker. I think it's the new illness going around. So this is more like a warning video. But with that, we're going to give all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bahara Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders. Peace, mercy, blessing, and salutation to all the brotherhood out there teaching the truth and sincerity. In the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. As you can see, it's cold. I had my beanie on. And it's pretty damn cold. It's foggy as well. And there's been a lot of wrecks. That one kid showed up dead on the fucking street. Yeah, but this illness, I think this is the new strain of COVID. And I've had it for like almost a month. It gets good and it gets bad. What I mean by good is that you can function sometimes. But man, it's like... So the first thing that happens is your back's gonna hurt. It's gonna feel sore. You're gonna feel like you did some strenuous exercise, but that's just your back hurting. And the reason why I'm saying it is because everybody around the office... Let me show you guys something. You see that? That's foggy. That's foggy out there. So that is dangerous conditions, right? It's dangerous conditions. So what we're gonna do is be careful. First of all, let's be careful. You know. When you're going out there, you have to be wise. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and even Monday morning, man, I was fucked up. Like, fucked up. Like, you know, it was cold. My body was cold. I couldn't get warm. I was under the blankets. Couldn't get warm. I was in the hot shower. My body was sweating, but I was warm. I did was, you know, drink a lot of Gatorade. And I know what everybody's gonna say is a bunch of chemicals and this and that. But guess what, man? When I drank that Gatorade, I drank like fucking 10 of them. It's supposed to replenish your body because it has electrolytes, salts, and minerals, and water doesn't have that. So that was a part of that, and it was even though I drank all those fucking Gatorades, and I drank some water, and I drank some Dr. Pepper, I drank coffee, drank milk, I ate. Still felt cold, man. I think they call it a flu. So the last CBD, you know, I can't even say that shit because it'll take my shit down. So, you know, what's going on is this thing, it makes you really sick and it takes a long time and it takes a lot out of you. So I couldn't get warmed up. Like right now I'm pretty warm because of the heaters and trying to defrost and all that shit. But it was pretty bad. And my back still kind of hurts a little bit. I have some Insaid, some of those ibuprofen mock pills. And I'm going to take 2 before I go into the office because, man, that shit, you never know. So it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. And then the cold right here, it's I don't want to say it's intense because it's not even part of the winter yet. It's not winter yet. Fog comes during the winter. So this is a situation we're getting in. And you know, the most important part is I want to go out, right? I want to. But I've been sick as a motherfucker. And I do go out sometimes when I can. But like this last week, man, I was shivering. I couldn't even think straight. Like yesterday morning, I was making all kinds of mistakes at work. And it was like, damn, I can't get a clear thought in my head. So it's one of those deals, right? Like when you get sick like that, it's one of those deals. So, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. And then I got this fucking sore right here. I had that for fucking, as long as I had the sickness. So you're gonna get a achy body, you're gonna get these sores, and you're gonna get red spots. I think that's measles, but I would have been out if it was measles. Now the reason I know it is because, you know, my everybody in my house got sick, and they took it different. But my son, you know, I have 3 kids. My daughter and my youngest son, they got sick. But my middle son is the one that I bring to camp. He's the one that comes to camp. He wants to come. So he got those spots on his face like I did when he was sick, and we were sick. And I had to take care of everybody, even though I was sick, but I didn't have a choice, right? So you're achy. You get those spots on your cheek. And it looked like pimples, but, oh man, you know, it wasn't measles, because when you get measles, you get really fucking sick. But the thing is, those symptoms came up. And now, you can still hear that I'm sick, right? You can hear it in my nasal, like, you know, it's like congested in there. Now today when I was in the shower, I usually clean my nasal passages. I suck up the water and then I squirt it out with my nose. And a fucking slimy ass, green, sticky, like venom shit. You know, like a symbiote. Like it was stuck together. It didn't want to separate. It didn't want to move. You know, the water wouldn't take it. So we got a situation where you have to clear your lungs from the mucus, mullein leaf. So my son was having mullein tea, and I gave him the mullein leaf capsules. And then, of course, teas help. And that thing, what's it called? You know, if you have it, if it's Vicks, you're not supposed to put it right here, but you're supposed to put it right here. And also, I heard you can put it in, there's a shower thing, like you throw the capsule on the floor and it turns into steam. Look at that shit. Like, there's no fucking fog here. It's just out in the cuddies. So you know I live kind of near the cuddies, right? And it was hard to breathe. Like I thought to myself, man, I'm gonna have to sleep with my fucking mouth open. Which everybody hates, man. Why would you want? I don't sleep with my mouth open. I like to sleep with my mouth closed. And I covered myself up with a lot of blankets and put sweatpants on, sweater on, and I was still fucking shivering, cold. But you have to fight that illness, and that's a bad one. So if that happened to me, you know, early on, which that's the way it always happens. Like, I'll get sick right now, the pre-winter. And then, when the winter comes, and everybody else gets sick, it's bad, and I don't get sick anymore because of the antibodies. But guess what? YouTube thinks that I don't have enough fucking information about medicine. They think that when I took the Red Cross State of California medical exam to be a CNA and I got 80% on it, they think that's nothing. They think that's nothing, and it's just a fucking opinion, and I shouldn't have my fucking opinion. That's what they think. They can kiss my ass, but you know what? I'll play your game. I'm gonna say less and use more code. You know, so with that, I'm gonna say Shalom and stay away from people that are sick. You know, take care of yourself. Shalom.